Hi, my loves. Jeray Milay, girl from around the way, where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I'm coming to you all with some Dame lo poquito, hey, bella con mocha. Okay, and so let's get into the review of Jocelyn's Cabaret. Welcome to Jocelyn's Cabaret. Okay, this is episode 2. All right, girl. No, it's not. What am I talking about? Episode 2, girl. Episode 12. One thing they're going to do is have a super long season. Now, before I hop into my commentary, though, sister, make sure you like this video. It's how you say hello when you come up and you step up over here. All right. Make sure you like the video. It's 2 seconds. Hit the thumbs up. Okay. And if you're into this type of commentary and reviews, then go ahead and subscribe. Okay. Make sure you stick around, put your pocketbook down. Just don't put it on the floor. Now, I wanted to say this. I was on my way to pick up my babies from work or from school today, rather, when I was getting home from work, and I played Domino or whatever because I had just finished watching. I'm like, you know what? Let me run this back real quick. Domino slap. Domino slap. Like it's not as big as those other songs or whatever that she has, but Domino, Hobo Loco Quito, like baby, like in the car with the stereo, Estoy Fuego. She was killing it, like the little change of cadence. I ain't even gonna lie. That did something for me. But I remember, yeah, so let's just hop into it. So Zeus gives us a recap like they always do. And the girls are, they won. They won. Okay. You mad. They won. And so Isis is big mad. Okay. Isis is very, very upset. And, she feels like, yeah, I feel like y'all had something to do with it. And Andrea's getting on the sprinter van. She's like, "Girl, I was wondering if I was gonna have a spot too. Like I was over here, my spot was pending like everybody else's." So Isis says she can't handle. She ain't going out like no sucker. You feel what I'm saying? She said she was mad. She wanted to smack something, and so she gets back onto the sprinter. And apparently they didn't catch the whole thing, but it said, "I'll smack you, and I'll smack you," and then when she said she'll smack Danny, Danny just popped off on her. Danny just popped off on her. And I mean, like, she said she snatched up her little wig. She got her cheap wig out of here and, whatever. So Isis is outside, getting all hemmed up, by the security guard. She trying to break free. She trying to get over there. She's like, I know they had something to do with it. I mean, maybe. I don't really think so. I don't really think that they had anything to do with it. I think that Isis just underperformed. And girl, now you want to go out with an attitude and trying to beat up on the girls. Like you already know that Andrea can't beat you. She can't whoop you. So why would you go along and try to do all of this and do all of that? I didn't really like that. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really like that. So the girls on the spur like, we gotta go to work. Come on, we gotta go to work. It's time to go to work. We going to work, girl. We gotta go to Dallas. Okay, application denied. They teasing her. She trying to get back on the band. This and the third, and then, it was just a lot. It was just weird and kind of corny. She kind of could have bowed out gracefully because it gave Danny and Andrea look like, you know, above that. Like, girl, I gotta get to work. Like, you new to this, I'm true to this. You know what I'm saying? Like, bye, girl. See you at the reunion. It was just kind of weird. Like, girls in the bus, you could tell they kind of stuck with ISIS, and so they didn't really know how to feel. Everybody's face was a little bit weird, and so Envy gets on the bus, and she's like, "Well, when all of this went down, I had went to the bathroom. And so what happened? And the girls are trying to explain. Danny tries to explain to her, like, that girl thought she was about to be in my face and it was never happening like this and this and the third. And so I had to snatch her up and whoop de whoop de boom. And being like, girl, well, I'm kind of feeling sad because my girls are not with me. Girl, are you there for girls or are you there for the money? Are you there for the girls or are you there for the money? I don't like that. That's why you should be going there all clicked up like that anyway. So Raven is on a bus and she's like, you know what? I want all the girls to get along since this will be the new girls. Okay, Raven is about her coin. But she did says, like, well, how well, no, Envy gets into it with Henny and Rose, like, Rose, like, well, I feel like we all had this idea that we had to go through auditions and calls and calling us back and this and the third, and y'all just was at a party and y'all got called up on the stage and y'all made it, and so we just felt some type of way. And then she was like, well, I mean, I understand, but if you was in a position to get called out from dancing and twerking, you that's an opportunity of a lifetime. Like that's what you had to do, but it was something completely different for me, girl. Every path is going to be different. That's like me being upset, that somebody is, creating content, but they have a different path and a journey. Like, girl, I'm on my own journey, you're on your own journey. We're doing things completely different. Sometimes people, take the express route, and sometimes you gotta dig deep and get your grind on. Get your grind on, get your shine on. You know what I'm saying? So like, why are you mad at that girl? They all said because it was audition tapes, and we had to come up with tapes and audition tapes and audition tapes, and we had to come up with the. I mean, I don't know. I could be a little bit, not. It doesn't really affect me that much because I record all day, so it's nothing for me to create a video to fuck right now. But they was stressing about because we had to come up with the audition tape. Girl, you already got it. You already got the audition tape. You here, sister. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever, it is what it is. So, the girls kind of agree like to like kind of let it go. And Henny said, basically, I put in the effort. I told you I would be here and I'm here. So it is what it is. So Raven kind of points out, like, you guys started off together, y'all came together, but and y'all both actually made it, which is, very cool, very interesting. But the energy is just different, and it's unfortunate the energy is just different. How do you guys feel now? And so Rose goes back to, well, and I'm just, I just feel like, and I just feel some type of way. It just is what it is. And I just feel some type of way. And I just feel some type of way because when everything went down at the house, and then when the thing went down like this, and then I just feel like when it went like this, and I just feel some type of way. Child, Henny just sat there and was like, well, it is what it is. I'm not all in her face. She's not all in my face, but it's just a mutual respect. That's just Henny being a little bit mature, more mature than Rose. It is what it is. So Ocean talks a little bit about her feeling fugazi that she outed Lexi like that. And she was just like, you know what, I'm gonna have to talk with Lexi because, you know, it wasn't like I didn't really care. It was just that, it's a competition at the end of the day. My loyalty is not to anybody but Jocelyn. That girl been saying that from the beginning, which y'all thought she was joking. That girl, she ain't changed her position on that since the beginning of time. So why y'all mad at her? Because she said something about Lexi. And so Andrea was like, listen, I see who everybody is now. Like all the girls are feeling like, girl, Ocean will turn on them at the drop of a dime. Could be. Okay, if it's $50,000 on the line, girl, could be. Who knows? Girl, y'all not my friends. It is what it is. So Raven did mention the hygiene thing. She was just like, well, we've had close contact, and I don't understand why people are saying that Henny has a smell or whatever. And she was just like, yeah, they just completely made it up. They just made it up. It is what it is. And so Neek is in front, like, well, somebody did tell me that they, did smell you. So somebody did tell me that during, rehearsal. And so Erica was like, well, I have extra this and I have extra that. I have extra this. I have extra that, whatever the case. And Henny, she paid them dust, girl. She ain't even say nothing like this. And this is why I feel like maybe it's really not her. I feel like them girls that be getting all hype over, some shit like, girl, you can say whatever you want. I don't stink. I don't smell. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You can go ahead with it, do it like that. But I don't know. I just feel a little bit like maybe that was just the scheme that Todd set up to come with us with the bullshit. I don't know. So they're on their way. They're running kind of late. So Neek and Rose, they already had their makeup, so they're already kind of like getting themselves together. But when they arrive, they get to the rehearsal, or they get there, but they're not going to be able to have a rehearsal. But they're making the best that making the best. I'm gonna do the best I can with what I got, basically, right? And so Jocelyn is like, I don't really feel like the greatest, but I really love my looks. Anytime that I wear that blonde hair, I always do a really good job. All the looks look amazing. So I'm just gonna do the best I can. You know what I mean? And Jocelyn always kind of looks good. She's been performing for so long. And so Ricardo was able to pull the girls outside to go over the placement of the stage because they didn't even have a chance to practice on the stage, which I feel like, that was really kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? Ricardo, Jocelyn got a good person working with her. And the girls are outside, they're trying to get it together. I kind of felt like their anxiety because they wanted to be a good performance. And when they got out there, it actually really looked good. Jocelyn looked great. The girls looked really good. I seen a couple of mishaps, and even Jocelyn said, it's gonna be a couple mistakes, but nobody's perfect. And I'm like, look at Jocelyn actually showing a little piece of compromise and understanding, because you know how Jocelyn comes down with the iron fist, right? So, it looks like it was a really fun time. I'm not gonna lie, the club looked small. It looked like a Tex-Mex grill, but it was cute. The girls looked like they was doing what they needed to do. They went off on the wrong side of the stage at one point, but it definitely gave cute. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they had the moment where they had a fake fight, which that was involved with just the choreography. I think that was so cute because I literally was like, oh, I really thought that it was, them going to have a situation, but no, it was the dance. All in all, I think that the show was cute. I really feel like when they was doing I wanna ride, I wanna ride, I wanna ride, I wanna ride, the girls really went crazy. And then one of the things that she said, one of the girls said, like, I feel like when it's time to perform, we all know how to put that shit to the side and really kind of get to it. And that's really what it's about, especially when you work in that kind of field, girl. I don't care what you think. Let's go, let's get it. So they're on their way to San Antonio, and the girls are really excited. You know what I mean? The girls are excited. Jocelyn is on in the thing with Ballistic. Now I ain't gonna lie, they ain't in no motherfucking baddie tour bus. Okay, they not in. They ain't got no baddie tour bus. I'ma just be straight real with you. But they got a little something. They in the car separately. She in her little Honda Accord, whatever they drive. So, in the other girls, the energy was completely different for them on that ride there. And this is how like the girls go fight through, season after season or episode after episode. But then one thing that I know for sure is that when you have experiences with people, good, bad, or indifferent, it creates a memory, right? Like either I really with you, I really don't. And I can imagine if I was out with all my homegirls and we went out somewhere, we had such a good time, we was making money, like I would feel really good about her. So all that shit we went through back at the house is different. When you start making money together with people and you have like real experiences with people, it changes, how you feel about that person. And so they're all just feeling really good. They got to San Antonio. They're ready to kind of, get into a space of practicing. And I don't know, the vibe was just completely different. You could tell that the girls were happier, all in all. And so they're going to rehearsal, and they start talking. Jocelyn comes in, they're already, starting to stretch. And Envy starts talking. She's like, I'm really glad that we were able to kind of pull together. And, Jocelyn was like, huh, what you talking about? Like, what you mean? What you saying? Like, I don't know. A little part of me felt like they knew that they was gonna have to get into it. But then again, maybe not, because Envy was steady talking. Like, this is the most I ever heard Envy talk like in a setting where it was like everybody sitting there. So Raven calls out Neek and was just like, Neek, I feel like I text you the shoe size. You never responded. And so Erica was the only one who wanted the 7.5, and you never got back to me. And she was like, no, you never FaceTime me. I actually called you or whatever. And she was just like, well, I just feel like, why didn't you do that? We was trying to figure out the dress and the dress code and this, that, and the third. And so she was like, I don't have to do that. Y'all are not about to make me do none of this, that, and the third. And so she was like, why are you being so combative? What are you being so combative about? And she was like, no, you're not about to make me do anything that I don't want to do. I'm only listening to Jocelyn and because this is her show. And then I'm only listening to no Peep. She said she didn't say cabaret. She said this is her show. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like when she was talking about show, she was talking about the Zeus Network. Neek is not really there to be on some shit where she trying to be under Jocelyn. She trying to take off, okay? She trying to take off, and it's okay, but we'll talk about it later. And so Jocelyn was just like, yeah, it's really no big deal though. You could have let her know what the shoe size was. You could have responded to the group chat. And that's what your calling was saying. Like, girl, that's what the girls do in a cabaret. We get into the group chat and we figure out what we're doing, we're performing, and it really shouldn't be a big deal. And so Jocelyn was like, yeah, Neek, respond to the group chat. Respond to the group chat. Right. And she was just like, all right, I'll respond or whatever. She's like, no, yes, ma'am. Like that's it. That's it. Why does it have to take all of that? So they start talking about who should be there and who should not be there. And so Jocelyn, so then Envy talks about the chain, girl. Envy mentions a chain. She was like, yeah, somebody took my chain and I don't know who it is, this, that, and the third. And I'm trying to figure out where my chain go, this, that, and the third. So Hennessy just throws Rose under the radar, like, oh well, I took the chain, it was wrong. So I went into your room and I put it on your dresser. Wherever it was at, it was left in Rose's possession or whatever. So Rose was like, yeah, well, I was trying to take it and it wouldn't fit. Everybody saw me do that. But I left it there. I don't know what you're talking about. So Rose and Hennessy could kind of go back and forth about Envy's chain, girl. She was like, girl, you was about to go pawn that chain. It is what it is. Stop playing. This, that, and the third. Blah blah blah. So Envy just sitting there like, I just feel like that's not cool. I've been around y'all Kiki and Kaka and being cool with y'all, and y'all somebody know who got my chain. Like that ain't that shit. That's not right. Which I feel like that ain't right, girl. I would be kind of pissed off and knowing I'm around somebody who stole my shit. Like, because where my stuff at? And you wanted to pawn it, or you thought about pawning it, or what? Like, at least give me the final thing. Like, what actually happened? You know. And so after that little debacle, they kind of going back and forth. And I'm just like, Hennessy, you ain't have to throw Rose under the bus. I don't know. I think, yeah, Hennessy threw Rose under the bus quick. Like, well, she was the last person that had it. Because I put it back there. And Hennessy was like, well, you should have just left it in my possession. I don't know why you tried to take it in the first place. Like, girl, Nacho was about to take that girl chain. She was like, yeah, well, well, honestly, they inserted themselves into that beef anyway. So I mean, I don't know how I would feel about it. But um, they started talking about who should be there. And Rose said, obviously, Henny should be there. They got beef now. So Ocean was like, oh, she just started talking too much. Like, oh, I don't know. Are we talking about dancing? Are we talking about this? Are we talking about that? Da, 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 da. And so Ocean going to say, well, I think Erica shouldn't be there. Like, what? Erica is gag. Cause she like, girl, I thought we was homegirls. Why you keep doing this? Like, what you mean? She was like, oh, well, I'm just saying because the senator. So Erica gets pissed off. She's like, girl, no, it should be you. Obviously, you shouldn't be here. You have no sex appeal. Like you don't. All you know is the pole. You don't really carry it. And so Ocean started putting her leg up, like, what? No sex appeal? What? Like doing all this extra stuff. And Erica, like, girl, that's not sex appeal. That's you giving porn star. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody want to see that. You're not that good. You're not that great of a dancer. And so Erica stands up. And she's like, I'm not sitting back down until you sit back down. She's like, all right, so what you want to fight? So they ended up getting into a whole fight because I don't know what it is about Erica, but I don't know who she beat up. I kind of forgot who it was she beat up. But baby got back. She don't care. She like, I'm out here. I'm about to fight. And so they get into it. Look at Rose just sitting down on the ground, girl. She's so over it. But that's kind of like how the episode ends. We're gonna see Jocelyn tell the girls that there's going to only be 8 spots, so one girl has to go home. And so she asks Raven, who do you think that should go home? And Raven says, I think Hennessy should go home. Not Hennessy, I think what you call him should go home because her hygiene isn't the best all the time. She smelled her a couple of times and she's not into that. And she was like, and I feel like she just wouldn't know what to do with $50,000 because she's only 21. That's not right, Raven. How you know what that girl can do at 21 years old? You know what I'm saying? How you trying to judge her? And we're going to see who's going to be the ultimate winner of the official 8 girls, right? And that's where the episode ends. So let's get into my final thoughts. Raven. Raven done finally cracked the code, girl. She done got up here, got her look together. She done got up here, know how to handle Jocelyn. She done got up here knowing how to be entertaining and throughout the season because honestly, it's been fun kind of watching Raven. It really has been. It's been fun kind of watching her and the whole everything. She was able to do the TV thing without getting beat up on. She didn't fight none of the new girls. She still had enough drama. And she looks really good. I mean, like, I don't understand how Andrea she looked good to me the first season. But Danny, this is what the come up's supposed to look like. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't know everybody's circumstance and situation, but uh what you call them's look, Raven's look has definitely elevated. And she's not out here playing around with these games. Okay. She's like, girl, I'm going to work. Okay. We got a show to put on. I'm with Jocelyn's Cabaret. I'm not messing up my bag this time. And I really like that. Okay. If at first you don't succeed, period. And then Ricardo. Now, if they were, working like a real family owned operated situation, Ricardo could be over there working with the baddies and giving them stage tips and pointers and stuff like this because he's a professional. He really is a professional. The way he had those girls outside trying to go over the stage real quick, giving them a little quick 1-2 step, and also to that little fight scene. I know that was his work. Nobody came up with that outside of him. I know it because, he's doing all of the choreography, and that was smart. It's playing on the whole Jocelyn's Cabaret, the Zeus Network. We fighting, we whooping everybody, but then we going to turn into like that was cute. It makes for good TV. We talked about it last week. I think that Ricardo should be used in different capacities. Um, But too bad he will never, because if he ever did that, Jocelyn will have his head. Last but not least, NEEK. As cute as she is, which I love this confessional look. I think she looks absolutely amazing right here. This is the best I've seen. I think she looks so good. It's a little prommy, but I like it. I like it a lot. But I don't know if you guys are already watching or following them on Instagram or however the girlies do, but I can almost guarantee you, I already know that NEEK is not going to make it. Is she making it, y'all? Did y'all see any of the new girls on Instagram? Is NEEK still on the tour? I can guarantee they left her ass somewhere, two stops, and she's somewhere else popping shit and booking clubs somewhere else because she not gonna make it with Jocelyn. She's using the show and she's using Zeus Network as a catalyst for her career, much like how Lexi Blow was. But it's just she's a better dancer, so they want to keep her. But she's not going to be able to. Jocelyn's not going to be able to keep her around, and she's not going to want to play that game. Is my prediction. She probably, if y'all do go see Jocelyn's Cabaret, you probably gonna have to see her in the beginning of the tour because NEEK, I'm telling y'all, NEEK is not gonna make it. NEEK is just simply not gonna make it. I want to know what you guys think though. Okay, drop in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking, what you're feeling about this week's episode. I'd say one thing: be ready for the end, Jocelyn. Let's get here, girl. Who's it? Who's gonna be your picks? Let's go and let's get it cracking. Let's get it rolling. Let's figure out when the reunion is. Let's see some stuff on Instagram. They even quiet on the gram. They quiet on Twitter. I haven't heard anything about the girls going back and forth or nothing on social media. Curious to know what you guys think. Drop down in the comments. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.